All right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to our webinar. My name is Tiffany Tran, and I am a business advisor here at CallSource. Today's webinar is going to be talking about setting yourself up for success and how to use CallSource to better your business. I have one of my colleagues here in the office joining me today. Her name is Nicole Mirabelli, and she's one of our senior business advisors here at CallSource.
Hello, everyone. Thank you very much for attending today.
We're going to go ahead and get started here. Please remember to select the telephone option under the audio section of your dashboard and call into today's meeting. This webinar is going to be recorded, but we will also have an open session at the end for you all to be able to ask questions. So today we're going to talk a little bit about the services that CallSource has to offer and some of the things you may not be utilizing as part of our system or just the services that our team here can offer you. So we're going to talk a little bit about our advisory services, which is really going to cover the things that your rep here at CallSource, whether it's your account manager or business advisor, can go over with you in relation to the system or your goals here and how you plan to use the system. Performance measurement through analytics and at-a-glance reporting. So we're going to talk a little bit about how to use the CallSource system to help you reach your goals. Employee coaching and goal setting. We're going to talk about the importance of coaching your team and how to set effective goals for your team members. And revenue recovery through email alerts. Looks like we're going to There we go. Hopefully you can see that now. So we're going to go ahead and talk about all these things and really show you exactly how we can help you better your business and seeing exactly where we fit in and how we can help you achieve those goals we've been talking about. So let's talk a little bit about CallSource's advisory services. Again, this is really how our team here can help you personally and your business personally grow and reach your goals. One of the key pieces of information that's provided by your business advisory team here is we can work with your other businesses just like yours every day and can give you key insights into the industry and how your company compares in relation to those other companies and give you key information in relation directly to Nexstar and their members as well as other companies of similar business size and model. Our key job here is to really own your goals and expectation. It's our job to really understand exactly what you're trying to achieve in your business and how we can help you reach those goals and the expectations to set forth from a standpoint of how much work is going to be involved in doing that. We're here to also be able to give you some actionable analytics, show you how to, one, help improve your employee performance. How can we help you improve your team and their over-the-phone performance and setting more appointments for your businesses and overall increasing your revenue? And of course, maximizing your marketing spend. You're all spending money on your marketing. We want to know if it's working, and if it's not working, what can we do to make adjustments in order to maximize exactly what you're spending? So before we get started on talking about goal setting, I wanted to pose a question in talking about exactly what your team knows in relation to your goals as far as the business is concerned. So I'm going to go ahead and launch a poll here for you all. And the question is, does your team know what your overall business goals are? Give you guys just another minute here to go ahead and submit your answer. All right, so it looks like 38% of you said, I'm not sure, and 38% of you said yes. The reason this is so important is because when we start talking about this, many times we talk to our clients and their team is unaware of their company's goals and how their job directly relates to those goals. As mentioned, your business advisor is here to, our primary goal and function is to own your goals and expectations and to really help you understand exactly how to set these goals and how to use our system in doing so. We're going to talk about some things to consider when you're establishing these goals and how to share these with your team. In order to achieve higher results, whether in business, your personal lives, or elsewhere, it's really important to set goals. How can you expect improvement without knowing exactly what to aim for? Whether big or small, short-term or long-term, there should always be goals to achieve for your business. Successful leaders work with their team to set goals and ensure continued progress by establishing accountability when setting your goals. There are some important steps to follow. You have to remember that your front office staff is a vital part of your business and can help you achieve your goals. You have to remember that they're the first person new customers will speak to and leave a lasting impression on your business. When you're setting these goals, you need to keep a few things in mind, and you want to take these things into consideration. What do you want to accomplish? Why is this important to you? Who's involved? How will you accomplish this? And what obstacles are there to achieving this goal? Now, some of these things are really important. You may not necessarily think of the obstacles that may come in the way of achieving these goals, but preparing for these things will help you succeed in the long run and achieving your goals. Communicating these key questions to your business advisor will help them help you in aligning their job around your business and how they can help you improve your business. Now that we've talked about how to go about setting goals, let's talk a little bit about the tools in the CallSource system that can help you identify which goals to prioritize and maybe some goals that you may not have thought to set for your business. Your business advisor and our system can also help you track whether or not you're on target to reaching your goals. First and foremost, let's talk about the owner summary report. Every month, CallSource summarizes your business's data and delivers an in-depth owner summary report that's currently sent to you by email on the 10th of every month. The key purpose of this specific report is to give you an overview of all of the data we've gathered in our system over the previous month, giving you insight as to what worked and what you may not have seen the results you were looking for within your marketing data. Your prospect percentages. Did you generate the number of prospect calls that you needed in order to hit your revenue goals? Are you on target with your quarterly and yearly goals? If not, what percentage would be the ideal for hitting those goals? And your conversion rates. If your prospect percentage is on par with your goals, did your team convert those prospects into appointments? Did they improve or decline over the previous month? And how many missed opportunities did you have, and what was the dollar amount tied to those missed opportunities? While this report will allow you to analyze your office's performance from the previous month, the online platform really enables you to monitor your data more frequently and on a consistent basis. Some of the reports that can help you do this are reports like the traffic analysis report. This report is here to help you monitor your call flow and staff your office accordingly. There are several charts and graphs within this report that will allow you to analyze your missed calls. The first chart within the report is going to break down your percentage of answered calls for the week and by hour. When reviewing this data, one key piece to look for is the number of missed calls that you have. Did your number of missed calls increase? If so, look at the amount of no answer calls and busy calls you received. If you had more no answer calls, this could be an indication of some staffing issues. If you had more busy calls, this could be an indication of overcapacity on your phone lines. Once you identify these goals, some of the things that you're going to want to analyze when you look at these is, why are these calls not making it into your office? Do you have enough lines for calls to make it in? Are your call handlers spending too much time on the phone? Or do you need to increase staffing? When taking a look at this report, one of the other things you're going to want to take a look at, and in your owner summary report, is, did your prospect percentage decrease? If so, it's time to analyze this report to see what type of non-lead you received and if this can be addressed. Did the new marketing piece target the wrong audience? Did we not generate prospects? Were your technicians or employees calling in on the tracking lines? Were their friends and family members calling in on a website line that's tracked by your company to see your marketing results? And what about those hang-up phone calls? High numbers of hang-up calls can be an indication of a problem. Listening to hang-up phone calls in the system can help you determine if there's a much larger problem. Did a bunch of calls go to voicemail? Were they on hold for long periods of time? These are just some of the issues you may uncover when reviewing these hang-up phone calls. A great example from one of my clients was they started to listen to their calls and realized that their callers were being left on hold for really long periods of time without them even knowing that they were waiting for someone to come back on. It was a simple problem that was easy to fix. They were able to address this with their team and really fix the issue. Another issue could be they're reaching voicemail during your business hours. We want to make sure that no matter what the case is on these hang-up calls, if we're identifying a problem, you need to follow up with these callers. As we discussed earlier when talking about the owner summary report, looking at your conversion rates and missed opportunities are key areas to identify potential lost revenue, where the prospect calls are already coming into your business, and monitoring these on a weekly basis allows you to have more control of subtle changes that can be made today versus waiting for your monthly report. Viewing your prospect call to appointment ratio, total appointments made, and total missed opportunities is going to help you give a better idea of what your actual conversion rate is, not only for the office as a whole, but also what your missed opportunities are by each individual. When monitoring this on a weekly basis, again, it can help you identify any potential issues that may be occurring before the problem has persisted for too long. If you're noticing a steady decline in your conversion rates, your business advisor can meet with you to help you understand where their potential issues may be, whether it's in your prospect to appointment ratio, your overall total appointments, or your total missed opportunities. The telephone performance analysis is another key report you can use in the system that's really going to help you pinpoint the strengths and weaknesses of your team. This is going to go hand in hand with the investigation in identifying, one, what your goals are and what you should be striving to achieve, and understanding if there are certain areas within the conversation with your customers that your team may be struggling with. The telephone performance analysis is a great indication on where there are opportunities to coach your team. Now, Nicole is going to talk to you guys a little bit more about the importance of coaching and this process.
Thank you, Tiffany. One of the most useful methods to develop your front office staff is to coach them. People often interchange the terms training and coaching. However, there is a difference between the two. If you think of a new hired CSR, for example, chances are they received initial training on their essential job duties. Training is teaching a person a particular knowledge set or type of behavior, and it's usually a one-time event. The trainer controls the conversation and the content. The agenda is controlled by the trainer only in a formal setting. For example, I'm sure we've all gone through the process of teaching somebody a new CRM system, for example. This is an example of training. As a trainer, you control what aspects of the CRM the team needs to know, and after the initial coursework, the training is considered finished. And following that initial training, it's going to be important to continue to follow up and then coach your team. Coaching is supporting a person in achieving a particular goal. This is ongoing development. Coaching allows the person being coached to find the solution themselves. Ongoing coaching requires managers to take active roles in their employees' professional development. Whether workers are coached on a biweekly or monthly basis, they'll know that their managers are invested in their development. This process of ongoing development includes reviewing calls and metrics to identify areas of opportunity for improvement, establishing performance improvement goals, implementing required changes to achieve those goals, and then sharing feedback on the progress. It will then start over as current metrics will need to be assessed to see if your goals have been reached or if your strategy should be altered. As an owner or manager, you may find that your time is already at capacity and you cannot designate the resources needed for ongoing coaching and development. But we can help. We have a team of highly skilled and veteran coaches here at CallSource that utilize our telephone performance analysis to identify areas of opportunity for improvement, set goals with your employees, and provide performance feedback. If you'd like to learn more about this program, please feel free to reach out to your dedicated CallSource representative. We will be discussing this topic and diving into coaching in a little bit more depth during our webinar, How to Successfully Coach Your Team. If you'd like to learn more, please again reach out to your dedicated CallSource representative. Thank you, Tiffany.
Thank you, Nicole. So everything that we've talked about today is going to take some time to help make those adjustments in order to hit your goals. One thing that you can all start doing today is to follow up on your Deal Saver alerts. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, your business advisor can walk you through this in depth and show you exactly what I'm talking about. You can start this with your very next alert. First and foremost, let's talk about what is a missed opportunity. Your phone rings, your CSR takes the phone call, and they don't book an appointment for a specific day and time. You get an email alert. At CallSource, a missed opportunity is defined as a call in which someone calls in with an interest in your services and does not book an appointment for whatever the reason. Maybe they want to check with their schedule, speak with their husband or wife, or maybe they want to shop around a bit more. When we don't hear a finalized commitment for an appointment, we're going to score this as a missed opportunity and send it to you as an alert. We want you to have the opportunity to rebook this business, reach back out, and schedule this time with this interested buyer. There's a few steps that go into following up with these calls. You want to make sure that you structure your follow-up and have a key plan. Talking to your business advisor, they can help you structure a plan that's specific to your business. The first question when you listen to the phone call is you want to identify why they didn't book the appointment to begin with. Listening to the call will really help you determine this, and it will also have a different impact on exactly how you're going to approach the call. Are you going to call them right back? Are you going to call them in a few hours so that they have time to check with their husband or wife? It will help you create a plan that fits your business's needs as well as the customer's needs. What can you do to change their mind? Keep this question in mind as you're listening to the call. What would have helped book this appointment? Identify exactly what you're willing to do to gain the prospective client. Do you want to offer them a discount or bring attention to any coupons you have out there? Could you offer to waive or lower the dispatch fee? The most important thing you can do is to have a plan. You want to make sure that you know what you're going to do before you call the customer back, because you'll go into the call more confident that way. Of course, then make the phone call and track your results. You'll want to keep track of the callback attempts you have made so that you can truly see the results in your efforts in terms of the revenue you've gained. By tracking the outbound calls made, you can make sure that none of them slip through the cracks, especially if you have more than one person in the office making the outbound calls. It'll help you keep track of the ones you've spoken with. These are also great opportunities to keep track of the revenue gained by making these callback attempts. It's also important to use these Deal Saver alerts, as Nicole mentioned, coaching is a continuous effort, and using these deal saver alerts as coaching opportunities is also a great and useful tool for you to get started on now and getting the conversation started with your team. We've talked about a lot of different topics today and talked about the different things that CallSource has to offer and how they can help make your business successful. The number one thing to remember is your business advisor is your best friend here at CallSource. They have access to various tools and guides to help you really understand, one, where your business currently stands, and two, how do you reach your goals that you're aiming to achieve this year. There's many topics that as business advisors we can help you understand in order to maximize your use of our services. What can we do to help you? That's our goal and our job in identifying your goals and owning your expectations, is really to understand exactly how we can help you benefit from CallSource. Your performance can be measured through our analytics and reporting. Everything that we've talked about today can be measured in the CallSource system. There's various reports that we can walk you through and show you exactly what's key for your business and how you find that in our system. In relation to your goals and your expectations, we can directly point you to the reports that would be best utilized by you and your team. Employee coaching and goal setting are vital to your business's success. Without these things, the system can't help. Setting these goals and setting these coaching opportunities for your employees is really going to help your business grow. And your missed opportunities are lost opportunities you can start recapturing today with your very next alert. These are things that you can do right now. Nicole mentioned that we do have additional webinars coming up. This is the first in a series of 10 for the Nexstar group. There are more webinars coming, so please keep an eye out for those webinar invitations. We'll cover various topics and in-depth information for the leaders of businesses that we work with within the Nexstar network. I'm going to go ahead and open this up for questions. Feel free to either type them in the question box or speak them over the phone. You are all now unmuted and can ask those questions.
Tiffany, I actually thought of something as you were speaking about the deal saver alerts. As a question I receive often from my clients is how to approach those missed opportunity callbacks. Do you have any best practices that you can share with the group today on how to approach those phone calls?
Of course. So one of the biggest things that you want to take into consideration is really understanding what the client is calling about. What was their objection? Were they just calling in and they were price shopping? Were they calling in but needed to get their husband to agree to the appointment, or was it a cost thing? So after analyzing exactly what their objection was, that's kind of the first key step there. You want to call them back according to their objection. If they had a bad experience over the phone, it's vital that you call them back right away to set the record straight and obviously improve the vision of your business and how they're seeing your business. Your business advisor can really help you to create an in-depth plan based on your particular missed opportunities and help you understand the types of missed opportunities that you're getting and listen to some of those calls with you to help set a better plan and really go into detail on the specific follow-up plan for your business based on your business's needs.
That's great. Thank you very much, Tiffany.
Looks like we had one other question come in the question panel, and they asked looks like they asked here, Nicole mentioned a coaching program that CallSource offers, and how do we find out more about this? So your business advisor can definitely talk to you more about this. Oh, it looks like there's also a follow-up here. How do you identify if your team needs coaching? So your business advisor can help you review your telephone performance analysis report and go over it with you even question by question to determine exactly what questions your team may be struggling with. And if it looks like there's quite a few things that they may be struggling with and as management you don't feel comfortable coaching your team on, they may make the recommendation that coaching may be the best option to hear it from a third party. So your business advisor or account rep here at CallSource can definitely help you get started on the coaching program and talk to you a little bit more about how that process works and exactly what's entailed with that process. If you guys have any other questions that you can think of after the webinar, please feel free to reach out to myself. All of my email and contact information is within the webinar here, or your business advisor here at CallSource, and we can definitely point you in the right direction for those questions and help you gain a better understanding for anything that we talked about today. Thank you all so much for joining, and again, have a great day.